The film opens by introducing a CIA agent named Charlie. Charlie works as a hacker for the CIA. He is highly skilled in hacking. In addition, he also possesses extensive knowledge about machines. That's why he's always coming up with something new. Even today, on a weekend, he's busy making a special kind of bomb. Just then, his wife, Miranda, tells him that she needs to leave for the airport soon, and he's still sitting there. Upon hearing this, Charlie immediately stops and goes inside the house. Miranda finishes packing and comes outside. Charlie asks her how many days she'll be in London for. Miranda tells him that it's just a 3-day event where many very wealthy people will be attending, so altogether she'll be gone for 4 days. Charlie says he doesn't know how he'll get through these 4 days without her. You see, Charlie and Miranda were very much in love with each other. While they're talking, Miranda's cab pulls up outside their house. After that, Miranda gets into the cab and leaves, and the scene cuts. The next day is Monday, and we see Charlie arriving at the CIA office for work. As soon as he enters the CIA building, every little detail about him is picked up by the cameras. He's only allowed inside after a thorough security check. While Charlie is working as usual, suddenly another hacker manages to break into the CIA's highly secure system. Charlie immediately boots that hacker out of the CIA systems. But then, that hacker sends Charlie a message. The hacker's name is Inquiline. She says that this isn't a real name and that she poses no threat to him. Charlie replies that if she entered the system by accident, he wouldn't say anything, but things like this never happen by accident, so she should state her purpose. Charlie threatens that, otherwise, wherever in the world she's hiding, he'll find her and set the CIA on her. Inquiline says she'll give him some very important information tomorrow, information about his boss. She says his boss is a traitor. She also says that for now she can't tell him anything more. Hearing this, Charlie says that if he wants, he can track her location, and he already knows she's from Turkey, so she shouldn't play games with him and should tell the truth. After that, Inquiline tells him the whole truth. She says that the 2 bosses above him are both traitors, but the deputy above them, Elizabeth, is a very decent woman. His bosses, Russo and LB, are planning to carry out a terrorist attack somewhere tomorrow. Hearing this, Charlie's utterly stunned. He asks why he should believe her. Inquiline tells him to go straight to the main server room where the master computer's kept. Charlie is even more taken aback. He wonders how Inquiline knows the location of the master computer inside the CIA. Inquiline says that now he can trust her because she knows a great deal about the CIA. Without a second thought, Charlie heads to the main room. As soon as he gets there, he starts tracking Inquiline's location on the computer, but sees that Inquiline's virus is already active on that machine. Seeing this, Charlie is absolutely floored. Before he can do anything, a number of reports appear before him. These reports contain some of America's most closely guarded secrets. They state that the bombings which took place in 2022 were not carried out by anyone else, but by CIA head Russo and LB themselves. Only those 2 knew about this, no one else. Now Charlie is completely convinced by everything Inquiline has said. Charlie immediately asks where tomorrow's terrorist attack will take place. Inquiline tells him it will happen in London, England, but she doesn't know the exact location. Charlie asks her if she can reveal a real name. Inquiline says that he'll find out at the right time. Charlie asks why she's helping them. Inquiline replies that he'll know that as well when the time is right. For now, he just needs to know that she isn't his enemy. After this, as soon as Charlie leaves the main room, he runs into his friend Alex. Alex asks him if everything's all right, as he looks very worried. Charlie says that he's just feeling a bit dizzy and needs some fresh air. When Charlie gets home, he's about to call his wife. Then he remembers that a major event is about to take place in London. Perhaps the terror attack happened at that event. He doesn't say anything to Miranda and heads back to the CIA building. He goes straight to see his boss Russo, the very same Russo who planned the terror attack himself. Charlie says that he feels a terror attack is about to happen in London, so they should send CIA agents there. Russo tells him not to worry, because if anything were going to happen, the CIA would already know about it. At that moment, the deputy calls him into her office. Once there, the deputy tells Charlie, with great sadness, that a terror attack has just taken place in London and his wife, Miranda, has died in it. Upon hearing this, Charlie is left completely numb. He says there must be some mistake and asks her to please check again. Perhaps it's another woman. But the deputy says she's very sorry Miranda's gone. After that, Russo switches on the telly. On the news, Charlie sees that a terrorist caught Miranda and shot her without hesitation. Seeing this, Charlie completely breaks down. After a while, his mate drops her home. Outside the house, reporters and media are waiting to interview him, but Charlie hides his face and slips inside. He keeps sitting in one corner of the house and then another, because everywhere he looks he sees memories of Miranda. The next day, Charlie goes to the CIA office again, where both Russo and LB are present. Charlie says that they are the CIA, the top intelligence agency in the world, yet they had no information about the London attack. Russo replies that they're only human too and can make mistakes. Charlie says that even if they admit it was a mistake, they could at least find Miranda's killers now. LB says that Charlie has suffered a huge shock, so that's why he's thinking this way. LB adds that they're doing everything they can, but the terrorists are extremely cunning. Then Charlie realizes that both of them are traitors and won't help him. He goes back home where every corner reminds him of Miranda. Because of this, he goes outside, sits on the grass and falls asleep there. The next day, Charlie goes to the airport to collect Miranda's body. That night, he looks at Miranda's suitcase, the one she took to London. Charlie hugs the suitcase and sobs uncontrollably, and the whole night passes like that. When morning comes, Charlie decides that he himself will take revenge on his wife's killers. Because of this, he immediately goes to his office, heads to the main security room, and starts checking all the cameras in the building in London where the terror attack happened. Within just a few minutes, he gets the information on the 3 people who killed Miranda. Among those 3 were 2 men and 1 woman. When Charlie investigates further, he finds out that they are Russians. The 2 men were called Lissandro and Monison, while their partner's name was Celine. Charlie finds all their details within minutes, but then Russo and LB call him into their office. They tell him that he doesn't need to do all this and that they'll take care of everything. Charlie asks what they mean by handling it. He says that he found everything in just a few minutes, whereas they took 3 days just to decide that they would deal with it. He says that they didn't even find out as much as he did in half an hour. Charlie says that perhaps they don't even want to know. Russo says that if he goes to see a doctor, perhaps his condition will improve. Then Charlie realizes that these people are completely bought off, so now whatever needs doing, he'll have to do it himself. The next day, Charlie attaches a recorder to his shirt and secures it to some papers with a paperclip. Those papers go straight into Russo's office. There, Charlie shows Russo and LB their signatures on those documents. Charlie says that these documents state that the investigation into the 2022 Los Angeles attacks will be handled by the CIA itself. After the inquiry and notifications, no paperwork was completed regarding those attacks. Charlie asks, since when has the CIA started acting like thieves? On hearing this, LB becomes very angry. He says that before Charlie gets thrown out of the CIA, he should know his place and do the job he's paid for. LB threatens that they might just dump him somewhere and leave him behind. Charlie replies that he rather enjoys listening to threats. Instead of threatening, they should actually do something about it. Then Russo asks what Charlie wants from him. Charlie says he doesn't want anything from them. He just wants to be taken out of these 4 walls and sent for special training. With that training, he'll find and kill his wife's murderers himself. On hearing this, Russo and LB burst out laughing. They say it sounds like he watched John Wick last night. Charlie says he doesn't know about John Wick, but until he kills his wife's murderers, he won't keep quiet. LB laughs and says, all right then, they're willing to send him for special field training for a month. But after that, the CIA won't help him in any way, no money and no protection. Charlie says he doesn't need anything, he just wants the special training. After that, Charlie leaves straight away. As soon as he goes out, we see Russo and LB saying it seems he knows a lot about him. LB says that while Charlie is occupied with training, they'll find out everything about him and keep all his secrets to themselves so that he can never turn against them. A few hours later, we see Charlie arriving at Colonel Bando's for special training. Friends, if you're enjoying the video so far, then before we continue, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really motivates us. Bando says his name is Major Banderson and Charlie can call him Bando. After that, the 2 of them get into the car and head off to the site. Bando says that for the next 30 days, Charlie won't be allowed to leave the building. He says Charlie will have to train day and night. Charlie says he only came for the training, but Bando replies that he'll be the one to decide the timing. Then the scene cuts and we see the CIA building where Russo and LB go to Charlie's office. After searching for many hours, they don't find anything useful against Charlie. On the other side, we see Charlie doing shooting practice, but he keeps missing the target. Not a single bullet hits the target. Bando tells him to try from a bit closer, but even then, Charlie completely fails. Charlie keeps insisting to move a bit closer, saying he'll blow the target's head off. But Bando says that if he wants to get that close, then what's the point of having a gun? Bando tells him he should learn martial arts instead. He asks Charlie what he actually came here for. Hearing this, Charlie feels thoroughly embarrassed. Meanwhile, LB and Russo arrive at Charlie's house and search through all his belongings, but they find nothing. In fact, Charlie had made a very elaborate plan and knew he wouldn't leave any evidence behind. Because of this, despite Russo and LB's efforts, they can't find any weakness in Charlie. Meanwhile, Charlie and Bando were sitting together in a room. Bando tells Charlie that 20 days have passed and all he's learnt about shooting is how to hold a gun. He asks how Charlie is going to kill his wife's murderers like this. Charlie asks how Bando knows that he's going to kill them. Bando tells him to forget everything, pick up the gun and shoot him as quickly as possible. Charlie replies that if the gun goes off, Bando will die. Bando says he knows that and Charlie should do exactly as he says. But out of fear, Charlie doesn't fire. Bando says, "See, you won't be able to kill your wife's murderers." Charlie insists that when the time comes, he'll kill them bravely. Bando replies that when the time comes, Charlie won't even remember which end the bullet comes out of, so he must use his mind more than his body. Bando says that he's trained many people, but he's never seen anyone like Charlie. He says Charlie is quick-witted but physically weak. That's why he can't give him physical training. Charlie will have to outsmart everyone. After saying this, Bando leaves. Now we see LB and Russo, who, even after searching for 20 days, still haven't found any evidence against Charlie. That's why they now order Bando to kill Charlie, so that he can't testify against Russo and LB. When Bando goes to Charlie's room, he sees that Charlie isn't there. Seeing this, Bando is utterly shocked. Now we see Charlie sitting at the airport listening in on all of Russo and LB's conversations. This is because the papers Charlie had given to Russo and LB, yes, the very same ones with their signatures, already had a microphone attached by Charlie. He's listening to all their conversations in real time, but Russo also discovers the recorder. Russo speaks into the recorder, "Charlie, we'll find you." Immediately after this, we see Charlie, who has already arrived in London by plane. He has a lot of money and several fake passports with him, which allow him to travel anywhere. Now Charlie rents a flat in London because he obtained Celine's location. Yes, she's the same girl who was involved in the terror attack that day. Charlie notices that Celine goes out with a boyfriend every day for 2 hours. During this time, Charlie breaks the lock of her flat and goes inside, beginning to search in the hope that he might find some clues about Lissandro and Monasan. He sees many paintings hanging on the walls. But in a drawer, Charlie finds a gun. Because of this, Charlie immediately keeps the gun with him. Just then, he receives a notification on his phone saying that Celine is returning to her flat. This notification is from none other than Inkling. By checking the tracker on the phone, Charlie realizes that Celine has now come very close. Realizing this, Charlie immediately leaves the flat and hides a little way behind. As soon as Celine and her boyfriend enter the flat, Charlie points the gun at them. But Bando's words prove true, and when the right moment comes, Charlie is unable to pull the trigger. Out of fear, Charlie runs away from there and immediately returns to his own flat. As soon as he gets there, he tries to contact Inquiline, but this time Inquiline does not respond to him. In the very next moment, we see Charlie arriving there again, this time under the pretense of a routine checkup. But this time, Charlie installs a virus on all the computers and shuts them all down. Because of this, the doctor immediately leaves Celine and goes outside. Taking advantage of the opportunity, Charlie approaches Celine. He shuts the chamber door and begins to release knockout powder inside. Celine asks who he is and what he is doing. Charlie says there's no time for that and tells her to quickly say where Lissandro and Monasan can be found. Celine says that he can't go there. At that moment, Charlie angrily releases even more powder. Charlie says she has 15 seconds. After that, she'll lose consciousness. Celine says she doesn't know anything. Just as Celine is about to faint, Charlie opens the chamber door. As soon as the door opens, Celine attacks Charlie. A fierce fight breaks out between the two of them. Celine starts to overpower Charlie, and as they fight, they end up leaving the doctor's office and out onto the street. Celine starts running and Charlie chases after her. Just then, a van hits her and Celine dies instantly. Charlie doesn't get any information from Celine, so he picks up Celine's phone and immediately legs it from there. He gets back to his flat, packs up all his things and decides to head to another city so that no one can track him down. As soon as Charlie arrives in the new city, he goes to a pub where he sees that Bando has already followed him there. The moment Charlie spots him, he immediately makes a run for it. While running, he ducks into another club, but Bando turns up there as well. Bando says there's no point in running because it won't do any good. Charlie asks how he managed to find him. Bando says, "Weren't you the best hacker in the CIA?" Then he tells him that what Charlie's about to do is extremely dangerous. Bando explains to Charlie that he should quietly go home and hide somewhere, otherwise he'll end up dead here and no one will even care. Charlie says that he won't back down now. Bando then says, "All right, I know the CIA lot aren't exactly saints either." Bando says that's why he's leaving Charlie to his own devices. After saying this, Charlie leaves and the scene cuts. Now we see a scene set in Turkey where Charlie has already arrived because Inquiline told him to come to Turkey. Inquiline had said she would meet him there. As soon as Charlie arrives at the specified location, he realizes that Inquiline is not a man but a woman and she is also Muslim. Charlie asks her how she managed to break through the CIA's tight security and hack into their computers. Inquiline tells them that her name is Sarah. She explains that her husband used to work for the CIA, but he tried to expose Russo and LB's secrets. Because of this, Russo and LB had him killed. Sarah says that her husband taught her everything she knows. She explains that because of this, she was able to hack passwords and get to Charlie easily. Charlie asks her, now that she knows how dangerous Russo and LB are, why is she still helping him? Sarah replies that she doesn't care about her own life. She says that as soon as she found out Charlie's wife had also been killed in the terror attack, she decided to support Charlie. Previously, she only wanted to ruin Russo and LB's plans, but now she'll give Charlie a full support. Straight after this, we see Charlie at a hotel. As soon as he arrives, he installs a vacuum machine into the swimming pool's vacuum chamber. What's it for? We find out later on. Charlie has come here to meet Monacent. But then Sarah tells him that there's another man there who works for the CIA and another called Johnson who works for Russian intelligence. Charlie says that the CIA man is Bando, but he doesn't know anything about the other bloke. Sarah says the other man must be with Monacent, so Charlie should steer clear of both of them. Here we see Monacent, who's so wealthy that he's had a swimming pool built inside his entire flat. He lives on the top floor and enjoys a swim every night in comfort. Today as well, Monacent is swimming as usual when Charlie arrives. Monacent remarks that it seems Charlie doesn't value his own life. He asks what Charlie is doing upstairs. Charlie replies that now it's Monacent who's going upstairs. He says that as soon as he presses this button, the thick glass will shatter. Charlie threatens that as soon as the glass breaks, Monacent will shoot straight up, so we should tell Charlie where Lissandro can be found. Hearing this, Monacent becomes frightened and immediately tells Charlie where Lissandro is. But Charlie is so furious that he presses the button anyway. Slowly, the glass begins to break. Monacent tries desperately to escape, but the glass shatters completely and Monacent falls and dies. On Sarah's advice, Charlie immediately flees from there, but then Johnson and Bando begin to chase after him. At one point, Johnson is about to catch Charlie when Bando suddenly attacks Johnson. Bando starts giving him a proper beating, but Johnson isn't weak either. He shoots Bando in the stomach with his down. In the next moment, Bando shoots Johnson in the head and kills him. After this, Bando tells Charlie that he didn't come to catch him but to help him. He tells Charlie to go and take revenge for his wife. Bando says that if, by mistake, anyone survives, Charlie shouldn't say that Bando was involved with him, otherwise he'll lose his job and his life as well. Hearing this, Charlie immediately runs away from there. After this, we see a night scene where the place where Sarah and Charlie are staying is attacked by the Turkish army. All this is done on the orders of the American CIA. Sarah puts Charlie in the car and starts to make their escape. Gunfire erupts from all sides, but Sarah drives the car very skillfully. Then suddenly, a bullet hits Sarah in the chest and she dies on the spot. Seeing this, Charlie becomes absolutely terrified. He immediately lays Sarah on the seat beside him and starts driving the car himself. By a stroke of luck, he manages to escape from the Turkish army and makes it to the airport. From there, he boards a plane straight away and heads to Lissandro's location. But then someone attacks Charlie from behind, knocks him unconscious and brings him onto Lissandro's boat. As soon as Charlie comes round, Lissandro says that Charlie killed Celine, killed Monacent as well, and thought Lissandro wouldn't find out. He says that Charlie is so daft that he came himself to kill Lissandro. Charlie replies that all he wants is to kill Lissandro and nothing else because Lissandro killed his wife. Lissandro insists that he didn't kill Charlie's wife. LB and Russo are killed. He and his two partners were attacking those terrorists on LB and Russo's orders. Their mission was something else entirely. Charlie's wife got in the way, so Lissandro cleared his path. In fact, all the credit should go to the CIA. Lissandro says that if Charlie wants to give him the credit for this master plan, he'll gladly accept it. Now, Lissandro asks Charlie whether he wants to kill Lissandro, LB, and Russo from the CIA. Charlie says that Lissandro will definitely die. Suddenly, Lissandro hands Charlie a gun and tells him to take it and kill him with a single shot. Charlie holds the gun, and it looks as though he's about to kill Lissandro, so that Lissandro's men won't spare him either. But then Charlie drops the gun. We see that Lissandro's boat has now gone out of control. In fact, all of this was part of Charlie's plan. Charlie had already hacked Lissandro's boat earlier and had set its course directly towards the LOC. Now the boat crosses the border from Norway into Romania. Immediately, the Romanian army surrounds the boat from all sides. Charlie sits calmly and has a drink of water. After a short while, the Romanian army arrests Lissandro and his men. Charlie says that his name is Charlie and that he himself provided all the information. After that, the Romanian army safely sends Charlie back to America. With this, Charlie's revenge is complete. Now we see the CIA deputy at a press conference. She says that according to internal information, LB and Russo are traitors, so they are being sent to prison. She also says that this internal information was provided by none other than Charlie himself. After this, Charlie feels a great sense of peace. When he is sitting in his car, Bando comes over and says that sometimes battles aren't won with weapons but with the mind. After saying this, Bando leaves. With this happy ending, the film comes to a close. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more film explanations like this.